Welcome to Geocache Adventures with me, Shadow Dragon 1, where I discuss geocaching and my adventures with it. If you enjoy the show, please leave a review wherever you listen to podcasts or on the Geocache Adventures Facebook page. You can also sign up for the Geocache Adventures newsletter, which features upcoming episode information, behind-the-scenes articles, and other fun articles and information. Hey everyone, Amy here, Shadow Dragon 1, and I am here to talk to you about Cash In, Trash Out, or CITO, CITO for short. It is an environmental initiative supported by the geocaching community. Geocachers come together to help the environment by picking up trash, planting trees, trail maintenance, invasive species control and removal, or however they can think to help the environment. The initiative started back in 2002, and since then there have been more than 363,000 volunteers, that's geocachers, showing up to all these events, and they have had 18,000 CITO events. Now, these events, you might notice on your geocaching app, show up as little blue and green icons that kind of look like a small earth. Geocaching.com has 2 CITO seasons in which you can earn a souvenir, but you can also do CITO outside of the souvenir times. The first season is March 1st through May 31st, and the second season is September 1st through November 30th. So if you attend a CITO event or host a CITO event during that time, you can earn a special souvenir. CITO events can take place any time of the year, though. If you want to host a CITO event, here are some tips you need to know. First of all, pick your date and location. Like a regular cache, you need to make sure you have permission to be there. So talk to the park rangers, whoever you need to, whoever owns that property, who's ever responsible for the property. Talk to them, get permission to have the event. Pick your activity. Are you going to clean up trash? Are you going to do trail maintenance? If you don't know what to do, talk to the property or land manager and see what they suggest. See what they need. Fill out a cache submission page on geocaching.com. Post it at least 2 weeks prior to the event date. This gives you time to get it approved and time for people to see it. You can post it sooner. You probably don't want to post it more than 3 or maybe 4 weeks ahead of time. If you post it too early, people might forget about it. If you post it too late, people aren't going to have time to show up, so keep that in mind. You need to provide information such as any supplies that you will provide, any supplies the volunteers need to bring themselves, if there are any potential safety concerns, such as poison ivy on the areas that you're going to be working at, or if you're cleaning up a highway, if there's cars nearby. If you want to limit the age group, that information needs to be listed on the description page. I've seen CITO events where if you're doing it near a highway, you may not want to have small children running around. Keep that kind of stuff in mind and post that information in your description. The more details you can provide, the better off you'll be and the better off the volunteers are going to be. Like other caches, CITO events are reviewed prior to the cache being published. Once it's published, you need to promote it. Invite your friends, invite your family. Post it on your Facebook, social media pages. Post it on any community boards in the area. Sometimes parks will have community boards that you can post things on if you're doing it at a park, or sometimes libraries have community boards where you can post information on. Get the word out there, whatever you can do to get the word out there. A couple days before your event, you may want to post an announcement on your event page. Something like, hey everybody, can't wait to see you there, or excited about the upcoming event. By posting an announcement, anybody that's RSVP'd will get a notification that there has been an announcement posted, and this is a great way to act as a reminder for people that this is coming up so they don't forget to show up to it. On the day of the event, get to the area early. Set up any sign-in log or anything that you may have. Get any supplies you're providing ready. Make sure you watch your email your geocache messages, and the event page for any last-minute questions that might pop up. Welcome people as they start to arrive. Logbooks for events are optional. If you do have a logbook, direct people to the logbook as they're showing up so they can sign in. Before starting, make sure everybody knows what the plan is and what they're supposed to be doing. You might want to set up a meeting point and time at the end to debrief and thank everybody for coming to the event. So let's say events just aren't your thing. You're not big on them. That's okay. You don't have to attend to an event to help out the environment. You can always pick up trash on your way to a cache or at a cache location. I like to keep Walmart bags as part of my cache kit so that I have something to put trash in while I'm out there caching. You can also look for opportunities when you're not caching. Parks, departments, and local organizations often hold different cleanup events that you can attend, or just pick up trash while you're taking a walk around your neighborhood or something. There's all kinds of different ways that you can help out the environment, whether you're caching or not. So there's no spoiler alert for the cache highlight this time, because the cache highlight was a CITO event, and events get archived after they happened. So there's not any way I can spoil this for you. The event I attended was called 2021 Slaga MoDOT CITO number 1. Slaga stands for St. Louis Area Geocachers Association, and MoDOT is the Missouri Department of Transportation. The cache ID was GC95BQ3. The difficulty rating was 1 and the terrain rating was 1.5. The description read, Slaga has adopted a 0.5 mile section of Olive Street, Highway 340, in West County, St. Louis, between Spyglass Ridge and Eagle Manor. The CITO group plans to hold quarterly CITO events here, giving back to the community, having fun, and maybe even caching nearby before or after. COVID is still slowing us down in 2021, so our stretch of road can really use your help. Anyone over 10 years old is welcome to participate. Bring gloves and picker-uppers, provided safety vest, trash bags, and warning flags. The event will begin at 1 p.m., but in the interest of social distancing, feel free to arrive any time between 1 and 1:30 to get your bag and head out. Please wear a mask whenever you are in proximity to anyone who is not a household member. There is plenty of space for us all to spread out and be both safe and considerate of others' health and safety. There was additional parking information provided as part of the description. So this was actually my very first CITO event. It was actually a lot of fun. It was a really nice weather day. I did this event back in March of 2021. I ended up arriving around 1:15 or so, just because I needed my husband to watch the kiddo since he was under 10. So they did their thing while I went out and helped pick up trash along the roadside. And by the time I got there, a lot of trash had already been picked up. Some people had showed up before the event time had even started to help pick up trash, which was great. There was about 45 or so geocachers that showed up, and 15 large bags of trash were picked up. There was also an old tire that got found. There was an old board that looked like part of a fence board that got picked up. Some boxes, all kinds of trash that got picked up there along both sides of the road. So it was a really good, productive event. A lot of trash got picked up. I got to meet a few geocachers and chit-chat with them while I was out walking. It was a really beautiful day, and it was a great exercise. One of the things that I really loved is that at both Slaga signs, at both ends of the stretch, there is a sign. In Missouri, there is signs at both ends of the stretch that say who has adopted that stretch of highway. So in this case, of course, at Slaga, Geocachers Association, they hid geocaches one at each sign because they're 0.5 miles apart. It was perfect. So after the event, I went and I got both geocaches. Several people ended up going and getting both geocaches at the signs afterwards. It was pretty fun. I recommend doing it if you're not into chit-chatting with others. Since you're outside cleaning up and doing stuff, you don't really have to be a social butterfly and talk at these events if you don't want to. But most people are friendly to chit-chat and small talk while they're working. It's really nice. It's still a good way to meet people, but you're helping the environment out too. So I recommend it. It was fun. It was fun to just get out of the house and just do something outside, especially during COVID when so many of us haven't been able to get out and do much of anything for a while. Thank you for listening to Geocache Adventures with me, Shadow Dragon 1. Have you heard of FTF Magazine? It's the magazine for geocachers. It is full of articles and photos, all sent in by geocachers like you. In fact, some of the guests that you've heard on this show have submitted articles to Geocacher Magazine. They have all kinds of neat stuff and publish achievements that are sent in by geocachers. So if you have an achievement you want to celebrate, send it in and they will add it to the magazine. It is really cool. I recommend it. I subscribe to it myself and I love it. Go check it out at ftfgeocacher.com and let them know Shadow Dragon 1 sent you. Would you like to be a guest on the show? Do you have a topic you'd like to hear more about? Let me know at geocacheadventures.org. Go over to the contact page and you can send me a message there. It has the podcast email that you can email me to, or you can reach out to Shadow Dragon 1 on geocaching.com. Geocacheadventures.org also has a store page now. You can go over there, geocacheadventures.org, and click on the store page in the menu bar and check it out. Got some great stuff over there for you.